And lastly, I need people to pray that there are people crazy enough to join me as we start this church. I'll end with this story. I was in Morgantown, West Virginia this past April. A good friend of mine who I've known for about a decade invites me every year to speak to his students and to speak in the main church service. And I asked him if I could preach about the church, if I could talk about what I'm doing. And he said, absolutely. And so I did what I did right here. I said, hey, there's 3 ways you can partner with Crossing Crown Church. You can pray, you can give, and you can go. And if I'm honest, like I believe, and people have, from Morgantown, West Virginia, they're praying for us right now. There's people from Morgantown, West Virginia who have already committed to give monthly to this church plant. They'll never step foot in the state of Florida, but they're sending money to see this church plant. But if I'm being honest with you, I did not believe anybody would actually go. But I felt like I had to say it because that's what you're supposed to say. And I said, maybe God is calling you to leave Morgantown, West Virginia and move down to Florida and join me. And I didn't think anything was going to happen. That evening, I got a DM on Instagram. Someone, this young couple said, hey, I think God may be calling us to move to Tampa to be a part of what you're doing down there. And I was like the dog who chases after cars, but finally caught up to the car. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do right now. Like, I didn't think this was gonna be real. And so I set up a Zoom call, and y'all, this past week, they're in town. They're here. We were in my living room, eating wings, playing Mario Party. Our dogs love each other, kinda. Their dog doesn't really like my dog very much. But they literally uprooted their lives, drove 1,000 miles, they got an apartment and they're living here and they are preparing to join us. And what we're gonna do is starting Crossing Crown Church. And so when I say God can do crazier things, this is evidence that God is already doing crazy things. And so I'm excited to see what crazier things God can do by people who are actually local in our community to reach our literal neighbors for Christ.